Hey there, guys. What is going on? Sloppy here, playing some more of the Creativerse. That was all over the place. Now my phone's buzzing. This is a terribly... it's a pretty consistent intro with this channel, I think. Hey there, guys. What's up? Welcome back to some more Creativerse. It's been a minute since I made an episode, and that is mostly because I ended up getting a really bad canker sore, actually, in my lip. And I couldn't speak for a while. It was really swollen. It was right where sort of my teeth are. So talking kind of hurt. Long story short, I'm better now. It took a while to heal. But yeah, sorry about that. I missed basically a week's worth of episodes. And I basically just sat here with ice on my face. And that sucked. We'll say. Big time suckage on that one. Anywho, how's it going? We also had a little bit of an issue with the server, actually. You can see actually now we're on Europe. And I don't really know what happened, but basically the server was having all these error codes, and Entuland, one of the phenomenal sort of Creativerse mods, I guess the fix is just to sort of switch it from North America to Europe. So all the Europeans on the server, great work. You guys are crushing it over there. Your servers work great. So yeah, that's cool. But yeah, huge shout out to him. It was a super easy, quick, and it was done quite quickly as well. So that's really cool. But yes, welcome back. Today I'm gonna continue work on my crazy house. We're over in Crazy Town. This is one of our community projects that basically is just go crazy. We got transformers. We got a big clown face. We got like a roller coaster rainbow. It's crazy. It's crazy, and I really wanted to play with painted blocks, so that's what I did. And well, let's just go for a little jaunt, you know. Let's go for a little gander through. This is my basement. It's awful. I forgot this room. This room's real creepy. Yeah, I don't like that basement at all. Ugh. This is upstairs. We got a really fancy sitting room, a lovely sitting room. And through these double doors, you can go out into the yard, which I think we might work on today. We got the lovely lanterns. Year of the dog, best year. We got a lovely kitchen, orange and red kitchen that, you know what, the more I see it, the more I absolutely love it. What else have we got? We've got a bedroom up here. Kind of a cool little bedroom. Tried to go with a lot of details in this room. I think it ended up coming out pretty cool. It's supposed to be a maple leaf. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We've also got our wizard tower in purple and orange for no other reason than I wanted a pretty view of this area. And, you know, I think everyone who grew up on Harry Potter kind of wants a wizard tower. I think it's just... I don't really remember there being a lot of wizard towers in Harry Potter. I mean, Ron Weasley's house was like kind of a big old tower. It was sort of a lot of towers on Hogwarts, I suppose. Anywho, we've also got a basement we have to do something with. Yeah. So there's basically one more room for us to do and a whole bunch of landscaping. I kind of want this whole area to be sort of nicely landscaped, which should be kind of neat. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking and just get building. The first thing I want to do today is actually get this sort of little teleporter area done up. And maybe some of the terraforming on this side, because I feel like it's pretty awkward, like the house right here, and then there's sort of just the normal desert out here. I think I'm going to make like a fence line, because the downside is this side. The other side is kind of easy, because I'm basically just going to terraform, I think, sort of up to the top of this mountain. And then we might do something up here, but this is sort of where it's going to end. The other side, though, is kind of just flat for a while, so we have to sort of make, I think, a border. So I think I might try and come up with, like, a wall design or, like, a little, you know, something that sort of gates in our area. And, you know, maybe we even sort of wrap it around. I was thinking it kind of wraps around to here, and then, you know, the tower is sort of the border, maybe. Why don't we put down some blocks, actually? Let's just use some limestone, so... I think we kind of want like a wall that comes this way, and then maybe somewhere around here. Here, maybe we cut it off. That's quite a large yard. I was also thinking maybe we could put some like some buildings out here or something, you know, like maybe get a little creative. But I think this is more than enough room. Yeah. Yeah, I think we could do something neat with that. Yeah, I think we could do something neat. And then up here, it kind of just is the top of that ridge. Anyway, I said I was going to stop talking about building, and then I started talking again. So, I got to catch up on a week's worth of talking, you know? So, yeah. So I've done a few things that are very weird. Yeah, so I got a fence. I decided to go kind of plain because my plan for this area is going to be a bit dramatic. So I figured I would go kind of plain for the fence itself. I also really wanted to be able to see through it. So it looks a little prison gatey, but I don't mind it. We've got just normal cragwood and gray. Gray fences and then just a little cap. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this area, but I've just got it going around. I think it looks really good. It does look a little prison gatey, so I might like add some lighting to it, or maybe like a little bit more color. But yeah, I don't know yet. We can figure that out another time. I just kind of wanted to get the shape in place, and yeah, we'll probably add a little bit more color to it, like looking at it now. But yeah, that's what the shape is, at least. I think it looks pretty good. We might just sort of flatten this side out. I don't know, though. I don't know if I want to lose all the shape of this area. But you could say I've also been doing something a little bit different. I didn't want it to be the exact same as the other side, which we're using this cartoony grass, whatever you call it, retro. So this side will probably be mostly retro. I do have a few ideas for like some accents to throw in. But this side will be mostly like the retro blocks, which are super cool and I really love. But I kind of didn't want to repeat that again. You know, I just feel like, you know, we're doing it on this side. We don't need it on both sides. So then I started to play with colored blocks, which comes as a surprise to, I suspect, no one. I have sandstone and dirt over here, and I was just playing with the colors, and I think there's some really like bold colors. I like the textures of them, and I think they'll look good. So that's sort of what I was playing with here, and you can really mix up the colors. Like this looks like a very sort of lush green to me, and I kind of like that idea sort of spread across here, but I think we might get even sort of crazier with the colors. Yeah, so that's what I've been working on, and then down here I tried to transition it, and I kind of wanted to keep it almost like a sand front. As opposed to this greenery. So we'll probably continue this sort of sandy area sort of across here, make a pretty stiff border. But I think it looks really good. I really like it. I added some fences here just to sort of separate out. I feel like we're at the risk of becoming very flat. You can see I've got this little like post here. So we really do need to like keep some things, you know, just shapes, and I want this area to feel very full. So that's what I've been trying to do. I've got this cart, which I actually didn't want colored. We've got this cart here, which I think looks really cool. But yeah, we definitely want some like points of interest and some stuff here, which I'm looking forward to. I do want to build this up. I just don't really have an idea for it quite yet. That's why I sort of got into the wall and the sort of ground. But I do want to do something with it. I'm just not quite sure what yet. So I'm going to leave it for a little bit and just sort of work on terraforming a touch more, I think, because I'm kind of having fun doing it, and it's been kind of interesting. I like the results, but I'm not like in love with them quite yet. But we'll see. First attempt at a little teleporter building. I really like these golden blocks in like a light blue. And then I just sort of slapped it up. I'm not sure I love this, but I kind of like it. I don't really like this railing. I tried using the industrial fence. Maybe it's the colors. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite, especially because it has the gold. But maybe if we recolor those, it could work. But yeah, I've done a little bit more as well. I've got the landscaping up to sort of this point, and then we're going to start, I think, introducing the green. And yeah, we're going to sort of gradient all the way up to the thing, I think. It's sort of slow coming because I have to replace each block of sand, and then you're kind of trying to mix up the colors. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool so far. And it's sort of just coming together slowly. I got another one of these in. I think this area looks really nice. I might add a few more. I like these canvas flowers, actually. They look pretty nice. Yeah, they look pretty nice. I like them a lot. Yeah, they're pretty, you know? They're just pretty. I like that. Just sort of have them scattered, you know, in different colors. Oh, that's not a... Yeah, anyway, I also want to bring over, like, some grass and some weeds, you know, get a bunch of different types of sort of wildlife, wild vegetation, but I think this looks okay for a first attempt, but it's definitely not exactly what I pictured. Maybe we'll try, like, a different color for this iron slab. Maybe a little more peachy? Maybe a little more yellow. It would kind of blend in a little bit more. Try it out. Then it would match those industrial fences. Interesting. I also think this will look a lot better once we get some more stuff in this area. It's like, it's the only thing you're looking at this direction, so I think you just sort of focus on it so much. We're now in an interesting position because now we have to plan out what we want out here. And this is kind of a big space, so I think I just mentioned, I don't remember the last clip, it was yesterday. Yeah. I kind of want two features. And one feature that I think I want back there is some sort of water fountain feature I think could be really neat. The other thing I'm pondering is maybe doing a ton of smaller features sort of along the wall. But I'm not sure. I was thinking of maybe trying to make like little statues and do like kind of an artsy yard. But that's not really a skill set of mine. And although I was thinking about looking through the blueprint sort of area on Creativerse. I think we still have it, right? Yeah, although I was thinking about looking through here for just kind of like neat... so much phenomenal stuff. I was sort of thinking of looking through and trying to find like some really cool statues. I think I'll maybe save that for another time. Because, yeah. So I think I want to try making like a big water feature back there. I think I kind of want to make it and then maybe do the terraforming or, you know, put in all the grass and stuff. I really like this pattern. We're going to go with this because I think it looks awesome. I really like the texture, and I think it'll be like a really cool over a large area especially. But I think getting the feature in first and then sort of working around that will be a little bit better. So that's what we're going to roll with. So I think the first thing I want to do is kind of get the ground, the level I want. I'm also curious, once we get a feature back there, I'm not totally sure if we'll build anything over here. It might be smaller than what I imagined. We're going to have to sort of play. Because I don't want this to be too cluttered, but I also want it to be quite full. It's a delicate balance that will probably make more sense once I actually build something. So I was trying to decide on how I wanted to do this area. And I came up with an idea that I think will be really cool. So I was looking at it, and I was going to do like a big fountain. And I just thought, you know what? I want it to be a little bit more interesting. I want it to be a little bit different than that. So I decided I wanted to kind of make it super weird and naturey. You know, we've got this sort of weird ground. I wanted to play with sort of some custom trees. You know, we can get really weird and creative with the coloring. So I thought this would be like a cool courtyard area to be able to play with some sort of interesting colors and things. So that's what we're going to do. So I've sort of created a riverbed. This is going to flow out from over there and kind of create a waterfall down over here. And I think it's going to be kind of interesting. It's going to be quite a project just getting all the blocks in. But I think it'll actually be kind of neat. And yeah, I think what I'm going to do is try and make the bottom of the riverbed like kind of an interesting color. And then maybe, I'm hoping when the water's on top of it, it'll kind of come through and be kind of neat. But yeah, we're going to do sort of this flowing river out to the water here. And you can see we have little bridges in place. I'm not sure if I'll keep the pathway the same block for like the bridges and stuff, but it kind of comes over. And you know what, this might actually end up being just better if it's this one over. But yeah, we got these little bridges, and it's sort of this circular path, and then we have a lot of room to play with creating custom trees, maybe trying to do some like interesting stuff with like flowers and vegetation. You know, we just have a lot of room to play with, and that's that I think is going to be really neat. So yeah, this is the plan. We're going to do sort of a cool naturey courtyard. There's also kind of neat because we have two different windows. We have the kitchen windows and then also this room that look out onto the space. So I think it'll be really neat. And yeah, we can also maybe play with some of these. I was thinking about maybe converting some of these into actual trees that sort of flood this area. I kind of want this to be almost not overgrown, but kind of, you know, interesting. It's sort of a courtyard getaway, and that's what we're going to go with. I've got a rough path in place. You know, that could change. We can move these blocks, but I think it's good to get like a little bit of a shape down. But I'm going to focus on getting this riverbed and sort of flow that into the ocean. And then, yeah, I think we're going to try and like do this area in steps because it's a little bit tricky, I think, to try and do it all at once. So we're going to kind of do it in layers, and I think it'll be neat. I have kind of an interesting idea, I think, for this area, and we'll just see if I could actually make it work. I sort of got it in my mind. You know, making what's in your mind come to life can be a tricky. I don't know why I said it like that. Well, I've got a little bit more done, and I've been trying to do it in segments, and it's been kind of an interesting challenge. Definitely interesting would be the word. Let's try to figure out if this would look good anywhere. I almost feel like it would look good turned off. So that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Let's turn you off. Can I turn you? I just want you to face the other way. There we go. No, that doesn't look very good either. Anyway, I thought the candles might be like kind of a weird touch because they're kind of different. Maybe if oh, they have skulls on the back too. Maybe if I get the individual ones, they'll look a little better. Anywho, I've just been sort of working, plugging away, and I think it looks pretty good. I've been trying to transition to the green, and it's been a little bit tricky. I've also been maybe adding a little bit of blue for underneath the water and sort of around the water, which I think might look okay. It's very sort of stylized. Again, I don't think it looks phenomenal just yet, but I think on a bigger scale it will. That's why I'm sort of confident in it. I think once we sort of spread it out a little bit more, it'll look pretty good. Trying to get rid of all this sand as well. The good news is I'll probably never have to collect sand again. So, you know, that feels pretty good. Maybe not seashells either. Yeah, let's just do that. But yeah, it's coming together. I'm also just adding little fences here and there just to sort of break up. I've been trying to find like just little things that work. I've also got the medieval torches on these walls. I was just working at night here and it's quite dark. I want to keep it quite dark actually, but we just have a little bit of lighting around the edge. I'm also trying to keep the lighting away from the windows, so it's got kind of a cool effect that I'll show you guys hopefully shortly here. But unfortunately, I am running out of time. I don't think I'll be able to finish this today. It's quite a make work project. Did not go easy on myself with this one. Got quite an area to sort of adapt. But yeah, I think it's looking good. We've got the water in here, and I think it looks pretty good coming out and over. I didn't color the water, which, you know, I don't know if it needed to be colored. I was sort of torn on whether or not to color it. Maybe something like that. I was kind of just torn whether or not to color it, and I ended up not doing anything with it, which I'm not sure about. I do think it looks pretty good. I think it'll look really good sort of cascading down. This little section here looks pretty good. I do think maybe adding a few more of sort of the blue touches would look really good. Sort of something like this, you know, just sort of dotted around a little bit. Oh, placing stuff underneath fences is... You're not gonna let me, are you? Fine. Have it your way. Have it your way, fence. Make me pick you up. But yeah, it looks pretty good, I think. I'm gonna try and keep away from having these flat water surfaces. I think it looks a lot better when it's sort of running. But, yeah. Here we are, a little bit more done, and I like the concept. We'll see how it looks in execution. If not, it'll just be a really weird yard, and, you know, we'll focus more on the other side. The retro blocks look so good that this side is just gonna be so neat, I think. But, yeah, I think this side will be interesting, too. I'm almost wondering, the more I see it, the more I'm like, maybe we should take more of the green down towards the beachfront. But we'll see, we'll see. Anyway, I'm talking too much. I'm gonna place more blocks. Beep borp. So, the water's in. Yes, yes, yes. The water is in. It goes all the way down. You can see we've also done up the bottom. The bottom is really colorful. I don't really like it, but I don't think it'll actually be that visible once we get everything else in place. So I'm not too concerned about it. I think it's looking pretty good. Placing water in this game is a, you know, if you've done it, you know. It's a little bit of a fun, finagling sort of situation, but I think it looks really good. And, yeah, so it'll come, we'll do some sort of thing over here, and it'll come down. So yeah, we'll see. I went with the blue water. It's just the normal water, uncolored. I almost wish I would have lightened it. I don't want to replace it right now. Maybe I'll do it in the future. It depends how eager I am, but I almost would have liked to have... always press I. Something like this color, maybe? Sort of like a soft, like baby blue, I think would have been really pretty. It's just a little bit dark. Maybe even like mineral water would have been nicer. But maybe we'll replace that another time. I'm not sure. I do think I want to have the blue be completely the exterior. I think the blue looks really nice, so I think we're going to go with like blue for the borders, kind of exclusively. And yeah, I think once we start adding trees and like flowers and little points of interest, this will look a lot better. But for now, I like the way it's coming. I feel like I've said that this entire episode because you know, the vision of it is a lot different than what it is now. And, you know, I think that's sort of important to remember, sort of going forward here. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. And yeah, let's just, I kind of want to just do like an area of this. So this is what I've been doing. You just kind of randomly splatter blocks in and hope it looks good. I feel like I have my button, my finger on the shift, but for some reason it forces me to crouch. Or I have my button on the right thing, but it's like, nah, not this time. There we go. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to do. Yeah, so let's see here. Let's go with you. I don't want it to look too sort of regimented. Yeah, I think that looks good, having the blue. It kind of defines a border. Yeah, that looks good. I kind of wish we would have done blue along the bottom. I feel like if we lift up the water, I'm definitely going to redo the bottom. I kind of added in purples. And I think if we took out all of the sort of the colors, if we just had purple and blue down there, it would look super neat. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that at some point. I know we will. I just don't feel like doing it right now. I kind of want to do up maybe this side because it's a little bit smaller. I just want to do an area to sort of show you guys the vision and just sort of have that concept. I do have to start rendering this video sort of soon if I want to get it up on time, but I think we can do a little bit. So let me maybe do sort of up to here with the grass and just sort of show you guys what I hope it'll look like. Thought I would give it to you guys in the nighttime as well. A nighttime visit. So I've pretty much got it all done. I did want to add some sort of foliage just to sort of test out that as well. But yeah, you can see this is what it would kind of look like. I'm not sure about... I kind of want to get like another fence texture in, but I'm not sure about the stone. Because I think the stone kind of matches up nicely with this, but I don't know. Maybe just like stone pillars. Do those kind of look cool, or is that stupid? Those are kind of neat. Once we get other stuff, they might look alright. But yeah, we're just trying to add in some fences, just trying to add some sort of stuff, just to sort of test. But I think it looks good. Once we get maybe a tree or two, I think we'll have to use the fence, these trees, as sort of trees. I do kind of almost want, not a canopy, but I do kind of want the sky to be a little bit crowded. And I think it looks good. Yeah, I think it looks good. It's kind of an interesting ground. I think we almost need to get another texture in. And I was thinking maybe some sort of stone. We've got the pathway, but maybe like cobblestone. Maybe like a bronzy color could look really neat, I think. I feel like that should be... Yeah, maybe like a bronzy color. Just to sort of mix up, because it's almost too green right now. That's like not quite the bronze I wanted. And I still might experiment with doing some like small statues or sort of like figurines, just sort of stuff. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Let's see it in the daytime. We got a bed right over here, he said. Going to it because I don't want to edit. Yeah. I'm trying to cut down the amount of editing time I have because, not that I don't want to do it, it's just I don't have much time because I'm recording this late. Yeah, so that's sort of what it looks like. I think it looks better in the daytime. Once we start adding trees and stuff, I think it'll really look good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think that's gonna have to do it for me today. I apologize if this was a shorter episode. It's a little longer, recording, like making the episode that I usually do, just because this took a weirdly long time, but I really like the way it's coming together. I feel like it looks weird on the map. It's a pretty small area. That's fair. Yeah, I think it'll look really good once we get all the ground in, and then we'll start playing with trees and things. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a cool project. I'm gonna continue the blue all the way down as well, because I think that sort of needs to come down. But once we get this area done, I think it'll look really neat. I keep saying that. I've said it so many times. I apologize. This was a very repetitive episode, I suppose. Also, I added the gold up there. I think it looks pretty good that way. It matches everything. We'll probably change that bottom part to the gold, and then it kind of ties into everything over here. I think a little bit. We're probably going to change this entryway too, because it's pretty ugly. It's pretty ugly. I don't know why we did Easter. I was just playing. I have kind of an idea that I think's pretty neat for it, actually, that we might do at the start of next episode. But thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm curious. It's a very different style of thing, but I think it's neat. I think it's going to come together. We got to do this side as well. Yeah. Anyway, I will catch you guys in the next one. Ciao.